The top performers are proudly sponsored by Warrington Wolves Supporters Trust Squad Builder. Here are your top performers from round 25 of the Betfred Super League. The top try scorer was Keenan Brand for the Lee Leopards at the HJ. He got a hat-trick. The most try assists came from Lachlan Miller of the Leeds Rhinos, Junior Insemba of the Wigan Warriors, Yamala Hanley of the Lee Leopards, Matt Duffy of the Warrington Wolves and Gareth O'Brien of the Lee Leopards. They all got 2. The top meter maker of the round was Jay Field of the Wigan Warriors. He got 267. Whilst the most tackle bust came from Yamala Hanley for the Lee Leopards. He got 14. The most clean breaks have come from Yamala Hanley of the Lee Leopards, Jay Field of the Wigan Warriors and Keenan Brand of the Lee Leopards. They all got 3 again. The most hard metres made down the middle came from James McDonald of the Leeds Rhinos, 169 metres. Whilst the top tackler of the round was Harry Rushton of the Huddersfield Giants. He got 52. And finally, getting 5 kicks from 6 was Gareth O'Brien for the Lee Leopards. He was the top goal kicker. These are your top performers from round number 25. This production comes to you in association with the Bluebell Warrington. Situated in an 18th century building in the town centre and just a 5-minute walk from the HJ Stadium, the Bluebell is the perfect destination for pre- and post-game food and drink. The 2024 Warrington Pub of the Year is now the official home of Super League Raw on Warrington Wolves match days for both home and away supporters. Super League Raw are delighted to have agreed a members-only area, allowing our community to come together to discuss Rugby League pre- and post-match. So set your course to the Bluebell Warrington on match days and beyond. You are sure to be greeted with a warm welcome and a cold beer. Super League Raw and the Bluebell, the perfect partnership in enhancing your match day experience. So good evening and welcome to Super League Raw Weekly on this fine Tuesday. How are we well?
Very good, thank you.
Marvellous.
All right, thanks.
Joel is en route. We said that last week, so don't worry. Joel's okay, but he's got a lot on Tuesdays at the moment. But he has promised me faithfully he is going to be with us, so that'd be awfully nice when Joel comes in. Boys, you want to give a couple of shout outs to the people in the chat? I've just got a few things I've got to do my end. Over to you.
Okay, hello to Greg Roach. How are you, sir? Ben Macklin. Ben, I wanted to ask you a question. Are you any relation to Keith Macklin? Because I used to love his commentary on the Wires game in the 80s. So big shout out to Jamie as well, who I met in the pub on Saturday afternoon. Steph, feel free.
Yeah, we've got young Ollie's in the chat, so good to see Ollie, Tony Pennington, Scott Hardy, Greg Roach, of course. Good evening, Greg. Looking forward to our meet-up on the 25th of October for the first Ashes test in Manchester. If any of our members want to jump on board of that, we'll be watching that at a bar in Manchester. I can't remember what the name of it is. I'm sure Greg will put it in
Sports bar.
All details in the WhatsApp group. He's doing a sterling job organising that. The Super League Raw community will be together to watch the first Ashes test, and of course we're doing a commute from the Blue Bell for the second one. Right, that's my task done and out the way, so I can just put that away now, which is absolutely marvellous. Right, let's get into some free-flowing debate. We're going to go there straight away. I've got to go there. Let's kick off the show in some fine style. We're not doing the old cheers tonight because we've got too much to do. So everybody, cheers. You can't beat a bit of weekly. All the very best to everybody who's watching. Right, okay. The match review panel, boys. Let's get straight into this. So tonight it's been announced that Jack Ashworth, 7 games, 40 points. No arguments. No arguments. Perfectly fine. Yeah, happy with that. Maria gets 5 games, 30 points. Yeah, sort of get that.
The red card. I think the red card had a lot to do with that as well.
Well, absolutely. But, you know, that's fine. You know, we've got no issues with that. Elliot Minchella, grade A. 1 point. Now, Cade Cust was shaking his head like you wouldn't believe when he wasn't sent off because remember Arthur Morgan round 8?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
That was a grade C 1-match ban, that. Now, can somebody explain to me, and look, we had the debate on Final Whistle with regards to this, but boys, explain to me, how is that a grade A?
I don't know, because for me, I've watched that game about 3 times now because it was just like violence on a rugby pitch. It was brilliant. Back to the old days. But for me, I know there's mitigating circumstances in that he's falling, but he makes no attempt to wrap. He leads with the shoulder, hits him flush on the head with the shoulder. No attempt to wrap. So for me, and I'm not anti hullkr by any way.
No, we're not.
Imagination. I think that was a red card.
I thought so. Steph?
Yeah.
I mean, again, whether it was a red card maybe on the day, but when you look at the different grades and what we've seen this season, are you lost for words with that one?
Yeah, and I know there is mitigation with him losing height, but we've seen before where people have lost height and still got red cards. So yes, it can still be mitigation, but I think the only thing that saved him from a red card was how quickly Martin got up, and that was credit to Martin on the day. He didn't make a meal of it. I think he was more interested in telling Minchella what he thought of it. So I think that's what saved him. So yeah, but I mean, some KR fans are saying he did wrap. No, he didn't.
He didn't. His arms were by his side.
No,
no attempt to wrap at all.
If that's the other way around, Robin's fans are filthy, and this is where you've got to take your blinkers off. I mean, if we've got the word consistency, we say it all the time, and there's got to be some sort of clarity. What's an A? What's a B? What's a C? What's a D? What's an E? Because the lines are so blurred. We just want consistency and clarity, and decisions like that just make us all scratch our heads, don't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when Yates gets a ban for what was a head clash.
Oh, don't bring up Vaughan from last year, please.
No, I won't. that bingo sheet has been ripped up, well and truly ripped up and put in the bin, the Vaughan bingo sheet.
Happy days. Great stuff. Right, lovely stuff. Hello to Patrick. Patrick that's a new name on me. Was it Patrick O'Connor? It was Patrick O'Connor in the chat saying he loves the show, keep up the good work. I thought it was Patrick O'Connor. I say never seen that. I don't think I've seen that name before in the chat. So great to have Patrick with us this evening. Keep your comments coming in, folks. We've got, like I say, plenty to get through. And of course, we're hoping that Joel is going to join. I just wanted to get that off my chest. I feel better for that. So now let's just do a little bit of Super League Raw news. I'm back by popular demand this Friday night after the League Saints game is the phone-in. We had a couple of new phone-ins, people joining it this week. Great, that is. Come on, join us, 10:15. The only post-game phone-in is here on Super League Raw. Happy days. Come and join us after the final whistle, after all the interviews. And of course, if your team play on Thursday or the Friday, we welcome you all. We're just going with the headline game, the game of the week, Leopards taking on the Saints. And of course, other news, Kevin Sinfield, the speaking tour, comes to Wigan on the 16th of September. Go and enjoy it. 25% discount to Super League Raw. People watching today, Sinfield25 in the promo code. Use Sinfield25 in the promo code for the Wigan day. You'll get 25% off your ticket. You'll see the great man himself, and that is going to be a night not to be missed. Make sure that you do that. Good evening to Alan Clegg. He's in the chat. Andy Bevan's with us as well. Aidan Simpson is with us as well. Good to see you. Then we are back at the Bluebell. 2 quizzes, fun for all. There is a general knowledge quiz and there is a rugby quiz on the 24th of September, 7 p.m. in the Bluebell, Warrington. If you're in the surrounding area, come and join us. We've got people from Lee, Wigan. We've had people from all over the place coming to that. It's a great night. If your other half doesn't like rugby league, there's a general knowledge quiz that runs alongside it. So there's no excuse for you not to come. And there's prizes up for grabs, which is absolutely marvellous. Volstagg in the chat has bought the first drink of the evening. Thank you very much indeed. Super chat from Volstagg, £1.99. That easily pays for a can of beer. Well done, Volstagg. Outstanding. He's loving the entertainment here today, which is absolutely wonderful. Right. And then last but not least, of course, on the 1st of November, it's Everton Stadium. It's going to be a great game. It's Ashes too. If you want to join the prize draw for 2 tickets for that game, there's the QR code. Get into that. 10 entries for £10. All the Super League Raw community will be included in that draw as per their membership. So, like I say, great stuff there on the way. And also breaking news this evening. We are going to be doing Super League Raw live at the Bluebell again in January or maybe the first week in February. Date to be confirmed for Action for Alfie. That's right. Alfie's going to be our guest of honour this year. We're going to continue our fundraising for that. And we have already got confirmed Danny Walker. Danny Walker is going to be there from the Warrington Wolves. Danny's agreed to come down. We know we're going to get some league players. They will be confirmed once Steph gives us the green light on those. But we're going to have players there. Please do keep your eyes peeled for that at the Bluebell. A great night to launch Super League 2026. And of course, the little man himself will be there, Alfie. Please come along, join that. All proceeds on the night tickets, the lot will go to the Sales family so that Alfie can continue with his bucket list. Outstanding stuff, boys.
Yes, it was good to meet him on Saturday.
Yeah, he's a good lad. He's a really good lad.
Lovely family as well.
Fabulous family, and I'm sure that they are watching here this evening. Right, let's get into the record breakers. Here we go. Record breakers this round. Joe Greenwood made his 100th appearance for the Huddersfield Giants, as did Ash Goulding. Lockie Lamb, 100 for the Lee Leopards, and Edwin Pape, 100 for the Lee Leopards. Centuries up for all 4. Congratulations, boys. That's a nice milestone for the 4 of them, gentlemen.
It is. I didn't think Pape had been there that long. That's incredible.
Yeah, good. Well, you've got to remember that they were playing in the Championship, weren't they, as well? So you've got to bear that in mind. So.
Yeah, true, yeah. No, that's incredible. Well done, guys.
Well done to him, yeah. Great stuff, great milestone. Right, okay. Well, like I said, we'll just keep going. Like I say, get your super chats in and all that good stuff. Join Volstagg in Barnes a Beer if you want, or just watch the show. It's totally up to you. Or become a member, even better. Become a member, become a part of this great community. Right, got lots to get through. Coach of the month, August, gentlemen. Any ideas who it's going to be? Only coach to go unbeaten?
Brad Arthur.
Correct, it's Brad Arthur. Well done, Mr. Sale. And this is how he did it. Round 21, beating Lee 22-14. Then he beat the Tigers 64-6 before that brilliant win against the Robins 28-6 and then Hull FC 34.2-0. So a phenomenal performance from Brad Arthur. First time this year he's got Coach of the Month on Super League Raw. It's been a long time, but if you're going to do it in style, Steph. That is not a bad effort at all, is it?
No, very, very good. And, we all said he had a point. Well, I said particularly had a point to prove at the beginning of the season in terms of turning Leeds around, getting them up from that 8th position. And he's done a phenomenal job this season. He's been outstanding, really got Leeds playing to a really nice way of playing the game. And defensively, I think they've been superb as well. I think that's the biggest impact, along with Jake Connor this year for Leeds.
Absolutely. It's the big kickoff tonight. Craig Forth over the into Paddy O'Connor. Get it on the QR code. Become a member, Patrick. That's what our Craig says. He loves a bit of Super League Raw, does our Craig. But yeah, Greg, when you consider, that level, I mean, all right, the Tigers are in there and FC have been a bit up and down this season, but to only concede 26 points in 4 games, it's good defence, that.
Oh, fantastic defence. And don't forget the form of Lockie Miller as well. The defence has been superb, but he's been on fire these last 6 or 7 weeks. Lockie Miller, he was superb the other night. So couple that with Connor, couple that with the defence, and these could very well be dark horses for the grand final, Leeds.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and Black Beauty by any other name, I would say. But anyway, that's by the by. Right, okay, so that is the coach of the month. Should we find out who's made the team of the month for August, gentlemen?
Go on, then.
Here he comes. Team of the Month is sponsored by David Presley as Elvis. If you want your wedding all shook up, contact David Presley today. It is now time to announce the Super League Raw Team of the Month for August. At fullback is Lachlan Miller of the Leeds Rhinos. He scored 3 tries, made 2 assists, 49 tackle busts, 5 breaks, 93 carries for 751 metres. On the wing is Lewis Martin of Hull FC, 6 tries, 2 assists, 15 busts, 9 breaks, 64 carries for 573 metres. In centre, and keeping his place month on month, is Tessie New of the Lee Leopards. 1 try, 1 assist, 14 busts, 7 offloads, 56 carries for 502 metres. Alongside him will be the improved Harry Newman of the Leeds Rhinos. 2 tries, 2 assists, 12 busts, 7 offloads, 39 carries for 279 metres. On the wing is Wigan Warriors' Liam Marshall. He scored 4 tries, 1 assist, 6 breaks, 8 busts, 78 carries for 597 metres. At standoff will be Jake Connor of the Leeds Rhinos. 3 tries, 6 assists, 23 goals, 21 attacking kicks, 49 carries for 221 metres. Alongside him will be Lachlan Lamb of the Lee Leopards. He scored 2 tries, made another 10 assists, 19 attacking kicks, 40 kicks in general play, 60 carries for 292 metres. In the front row at prop is Alex Walmsley of St Helens. Another try, 80 tackles, 19 busts, 2 breaks, 56 carries for 443 metres. At hooker will be Jez Litton of hullkr. 1 try, 159 tackles with a 91% efficiency. He made 20 runs from dummy half, made 7 tackle busts, making 107 metres. Also in the front row will be Matty Lees of St Helens. 134 tackles, 31 from marker, 89% efficiency, 6 busts, 68 carries for 482 metres. In second row will be Morgan Gannon of the Leeds Rhinos. He scored a try, 108 tackles, 11 busts, 4 breaks, 52 carries for 396 metres. And alongside him is his teammate James Bentley. 2 tries, 1 assist, 107 tackles, 5 busts, 39 carries for 246 metres. And finally, at loose forward is Morgan Knowles of the Saints. 3 tries, 1 assist, 120 tackles, 11 busts, 37 carries for 299 metres. And on the bench this month will be Jay Field of the Wigan Warriors, Zach Hardacre of Hull FC, Liam Farrell, also of the Wigan Warriors, and Elliot Minchella of hullkr. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your team of the month for August. So there you go, boys. The team of the month for August is in. Mr. Dixon, start with you. As you're in the middle. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, all those Leeds players just prove how what a month they've had, and how they've pulled it all together. Lockie Miller, we spoke about him. Spoke about James Bentley last week, but let's not go there. Morgan Knowles is, I think he was a big miss the other night for Saints against Wigan. And Connor and Lamb have been consistent throughout the season. So, yeah, no arguments whatsoever with that.
Yeah. Steph?
Yeah, no, what a team that is. I'm sure there's a few clubs who'd pay a lot of money to have a 13, well, even a 17 like that. Phenomenal team. But yeah, I echo what Reg said. No coincidence to see 5 Leeds players in there, the form they've been in, and with Brad getting coach of the month as well, thoroughly deserved. Saints' form as well, in the month of August was brilliant. So again, see those 3, especially the pack have been dominant, haven't they, in the games they've played. So really, really good. Really good team that.
Yeah, great.
I mean, Marshall as well. Good to see him come back into form and scoring tries as well. So I think he needs a mention there.
Absolutely. No, I mean, it's a great team. Like I say, some unlucky players. I mean, Field's unlucky. There's no doubt about that. You'd say Field is unlucky in there. There's probably a few others as well. But yeah, I mean, what I'm really pleased about, Field's on the bench, isn't he? Zach Hardacre on the bench. I think Zach's been exceptional. quite frankly, his versatility and what he's done this season. Great to see Zach Hardaker on the bench. That's his debut in Team of the Month this year. Outstanding effort from him. As well in the month. Well, you know how it's going to work, ladies and gentlemen. We will remind you of that team a little bit later in the show, and one of those players will be the Super League Raw Player of the Month for August. Don't tell us now, tell us later, but one of those players will be the Player of the Month for August. That is what we will be discussing a little bit later on. Right, it's now time for this. Banging or hanging?
This is what the lovers say at Super League Raw. So I've been thinking for the past couple of weeks now about how long players have to take a goal line dropout, and the fact that teams can use this time to run down the clock at the very end of the game. It happened in the Rovers v Saints game when Rovers kicked the ball out for a goal line dropout. Then they had 30 seconds on the shot clock, but they could use this time to run down the match clock instead. The same happened in the Castleford v Wakefield game on Friday. Why doesn't the match clock start after the player has kicked the ball to make it a potentially exciting finish to the game? What do you think, Super League Raw?
So there you go. What do we make Super League Raw? Ollie is always having his say here tonight on the show. And we can say that Joel is with us. Well done, Joel. Welcome.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Indeed. So yeah, the dropout. So if you missed that, Joel, basically what Ollie was talking about this week is a bit myth that when there's a dropout at the end of the game, he thinks that the time clock should stop so that they have to take the dropout to make it more exciting for the neutral. Citing the Wakefield game this weekend. Boys, your thoughts? Should a dropout in the dying seconds? Should the match clock stop to make it more exciting?
Yeah, it's a good point because if someone scores a try in the last 5 minutes, the clock stops straight away, isn't it? So to allow to stop time wasting and whatever. I mean, there is a 30-second shot clock for taking dropouts. I think that's fair within the game, but I agree if it's in the last 5 minutes because you have got people doing attacking kicks, it does add to the drama, and if you've done enough to earn a dropout, then you should be at least afforded the chance to attack it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. What's your thoughts on that, Joel?
Yeah, I totally agree. End of the day, you've got to work for them. It's not like it's something that's just given. It's not, it's not a penalty as such. It's something that you've worked for as a team, and you should be rewarded for it. It's a reward in my eyes.
Absolutely, Reggie.
Yeah, couldn't agree more with what everybody said. It's a reward for good attack, for pushing the defence back, for forcing them to drop on the ball or kick it dead. Yeah, he shouldn't be punished in the last few minutes. A defensive team shouldn't be allowed to escape being scored against just because the clock's running down. So I agree with what everybody said.
Well done, Ollie, and Ollie's delighted that Joel's
question.
back. Look at that. Hey, Joel, getting Joel back. He's over the moon. Aidan Simpson sending you love hearts. Everybody's pleased to see that the Scholes is back, which is absolutely marvellous. Wonderful stuff. And Rebecca Frey's gone in there with a super chat. She is continuing her rugby league journey, coming out of that wonderful shell. She's off to the Leopards on Friday with the girls from Super League Raw. She's already got her hotel booked. She's ready to go again. Go on, Rebecca. You go and enjoy your rugby league. You have a far better night than you've been having at the HJ. Anyway, that's bye.
There's no game on, she wouldn't be.
That's true. That's true. Right, we'll stay together. There's a lot to get through tonight, so we're going to stay together for this one. Right, first and foremost, I'll ask, where are we going to go first? We'll ask Joel, seeing as though he's back. Liggy Sow. 1 year extension. Clinton Cards are celebrating. They've got the stocks in. What's your thoughts on this? Is this hanging or banging for Hull FC?
Hanging, probably get well soon cards need to be given out to some people because I don't know what's going on there. He was a great player earlier on, but just as he's matured, well, I say matured a little bit. In his maturity in years, he's not matured in his head because he loves to give away, and I think he's trying to get the highest amount of penalties against him in the world. You're hanging for me.
Yeah. I mean, Clinton's cards are happy. They're happy. Well, Liggy Sow is a hard player, but let's be fair, he has got it wrong a lot. I mean, I'm going to hazard a guess. He's probably had 5 cards in the last 2 years, if not more. So
FC are the worst, aren't they, for cards for yellows and reds? So it's not going to do that any favours, is it?
It's not. No, it's not. Ben Macklin, mate, we'll be getting, mate, really? So Ben Macklin, when the ball goes out at any point in the game, the clock should stop. Mate, we'll be there till midnight. Deary me, it's bad enough as it is. Come on, Ben. What do you want to do? Get your sleeping bag? Wow, mate.
Don't tell that, Ben.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, here we go. Jill's coming back to the UK, all the way from Canada, flying back to the UK in exactly 1 month for the grand final and the first test. Jill, come and join us.
Yes.
At the Bluebell. Come and join us at the Bluebell. Do you want to come with us? Do you want to come with us, Jill? If you've got your grand final ticket already, that's fine. You can still come with us on the bus. Mate, let us know. Drop us a note. Great to have Jill. Of course, we met Paul Fell over from Vancouver at the weekend. That was an absolute joy, wasn't it? To meet Paul in the flesh. That was marvelous. Outstanding. Right. We'll go to Steph. Steph, Bevan French shoots Brian Carney down on Sky. Not playing for England. You're having a laugh. What did you make of that?
I thought it was great from Bevan. I think when I've not listened to it all, but the feeling that I got from it was he was saying that other actual English players should get the chance over him. So yeah, no, it was brilliant. I wouldn't expect anything less from Bevan. He's a top guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he knows that there's like more so his teammates and stuff that could be getting in that England squad and deserve it. So I think that's what everybody wants as well. I think everybody wants them to have, be actually English or have parents that are English. So yeah, it's absolutely banging from Bevan, and like I said, I wouldn't expect anything less.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm getting a bit of joy. Every now and again we do at this end for whatever reason. There's a lot in this presentation tonight. It's working overtime on this side. Don't you worry about that. But I agree. We've said this for a long time. The rules are too loose, and it was wonderful to hear Bevan say, "No, I'm not from England. I'm not playing for England." And there's good enough England players that should go and play the game. Good on you, Bevan. I think all of us would say absolutely banging from him. Right, Mr. Nixon, Mason Lino, Player of the Year at Wakey.
Yeah, he's had a great season.
Yeah.
I think Jay Pitts has been in and out a little bit, hasn't he? I think he had a good start. I think, did he get injured early doors, Jay Pitts, and then he's been in and out the side? But yeah.
Yeah, Pitts, he's had a good season as well. I agree.
Yeah, but I think Lino's been consistent throughout. So yeah, no arguments with that.
Yeah, okie dokie, that's happy days. Joel, Mike Meekin got the Darryl Powell Player of the Year.
Yeah, no surprises. He's a cracking player, and he's been immense all year. So yeah, he has, and he deserves every plaudit he gets. Does Big Mike? Yeah.
Absolutely. Tom Massa in the chat. Steph, you'll answer this. Are the Leopards the only club in Super League not to get a card in 2025?
They are, yes. Yeah, I don't know if it's a record, but yeah, they've not had a yellow or a red so far. So
yeah, well, I have to say, if they go the whole season, and when you consider they're in the top, they're in the playoffs and they haven't got a card, fair play. Fair play.
Chris Kendall just said, "Hold my pint."
Yeah, Chris Kendall's watching. Good luck with that. Is what he say. Yeah, the notoriety. And Nigel Bennett, he's that happy. He wants to get on Super Chat. He's still celebrating the Tigers win. Go on, Nigel, lad. You enjoy it, son. He's not come down since the weekend. He's still on the terraces. He's been trying to move him all week and he won't budge. I'm talking about sleeping bag. Good on you, Nigel, lad. Well done. Congratulations, my friend. Right, Steph, Cameron Smith out for the season, it would appear, for the Leeds Rhinos. Luckily, they got Callum Watkins in it.
Yeah, and what a signing Callum Watkins has been, arguably the best mid-season signing of the season. If not for many a year, actually, Callum's been fantastic, and yeah, Cam Smith's a great player. We really like Cam at Super League Raw. But yeah, really unlucky with his injuries this year. But Callum Watkins has been exceptional for them, and no coincidence they've been playing a hell of a lot better as well since he's come into that team. So yeah, well done to Callum, and see you next season, Cam. Hopefully, I hope he recovers well.
Matt Sims will be in the Bluebell at the start of the new year. Alfie, good to see Matty in the chat. Carl Colley with us as well. Right, Reggie, back to you. Josh Sim signed by the Catalan Dragons for 2026. Is that the calibre of player that Catalan need?
Well, they've let a lot go, haven't they? And I suppose only time will tell. But I would think they'd be setting their sights slightly higher than that. Good luck to the lad. But they've had a rotten season. They've not performed to the to that word I often use. So let's say the jury's out and let's see what happens next season.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in the middle, isn't it? Instead of banging or hanging, it's probably or. We're not quite sure. It's the in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if Josh is watching, he's actually
Josh
been
is watching. It's a great signing.
No, he's been. To be fair, he knows where the try line is. He has had moments of genius. To be fair to him, on the wing, but like you say, because of the season Catalan Dragons have had, I think that the fans down in the south of France, I think they're expecting big signings, and I just hope that Josh is given a fair crack by the supporters because.
Well, yeah, but sometimes players can flourish in that environment. Though there's lots of players who we thought, is that a good signing for them, and they flourished.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see.
We will. Joe Lewis Dodd still being linked with the Dragons as well. Saint Helens fans are wiping the brow on that one. Weirder things have happened, of course, and going back to Saints. But it would be no real surprise to see. But I think Dodd's leaving the Rabbit Hose. The question is, where's he going? I think the Dragons probably the most likely in Super League unless he gets an NRL contract somewhere else.
I'd imagine it'd be a good fit for him. I don't really see him getting an NRL contract anywhere else because I know obviously you know this, Dave, and the guys, but being at Rabbitohs this year, they kind of viewed a bit of a mid-table team. So I don't. They're certainly not. It's certainly not going to sign anywhere higher. And the NRL's a type of competition where any other club you sign for isn't really necessarily a worse club per se. So I think him coming back to Super League is probably the only option now. And the Dragons would probably be a good fit because he knows the league and he's got used to the hotter weather.
Banging or hanging? Would you say that one?
Coming back, I'd say banging because he did fine over here. Just nothing in the NRL.
Tom Master saying he'll stay in the NRL. 2 clubs interested. We'll keep our eyes peeled on that one. This was an interesting one, Steph. I don't know if you've seen it, but the NRL have announced the Week 1 teams already. So on the NRL official website, they've already selected the 17, of course, subject to injuries. I mean, but they've actually put the 17 out for each game, which I was astonished at.
Right.
Yeah,
very interesting. No, I don't know how they've managed that, but
no, the club. I believe it looks like the clubs have submitted them like they do with Origin,
right,
which is really interesting. I mean, that gives their journalists loads to get the teeth into these next 4 days, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, it's very, very, very early. Is it not squads, the actual teams?
Yeah, they're listed as 1 to 17, yeah.
Right.
With who else is fit in the squad. Yeah, well, I say really surprised by that. Is that something you'd like to see over here? Obviously, injuries could change it, couldn't it? I mean, does it add to the narrative going into the week?
Makes it worse.
I think it takes a bit of the game is a coach, from that's what the coach is there for, isn't it, to work it out, and I think it just takes a bit away from it there if you know what the 1 to 17 is, and it takes away a bit of the debate as well, doesn't it, from a journalistic point of view? It's like one of the things is he going to play him? Is he going to do that? So I think leave it to. I look forward to match day like we do at the Bluebell. This is the team, which is a nice surprise or a shock or whatever. It gives something to talk about. So yeah, I'm not. It's a bit like announcing the referee, isn't it? 4 days before and.
Yes. Aaron Moore's already been announced as the Wigan one. Yeah, saw that today. Okie dokie. Right, let's get into this then. Look, I mean, there's no doubt about it. Oldham and London, especially London this week, they really are putting a marker down for 2026. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the various interviews with Darren Lockyer. It's crystal clear that they are putting gold under the noses of those in Super League because without mentioning names, they're saying that they've got some big hitters that are willing to come over for the 2026 season that perhaps we could market the game around. I haven't mentioned who they are yet. Do you think that is going to sway the votes to London's favour, gentlemen? What's our thoughts on that? I mean, Steph's nodding like a Churchill dog there. Come on, who wants to kick off on that? London for Super League 2026?
Well, it's no secret that Rugby League's always tried to make a success of London, and they see London as from a not just from it's the capital city, but from a marketing point of view and whatever. we know that it's going to be based on finances, particularly in terms of the selection process for the 13th and 14th team. And if London are coming in with guarantees of financial security and big name players, that would be very, very attractive to the RFL, probably more so than Toulouse. And maybe put Toulouse on the back burner till we expand to 16. That could be an option. Or they may go completely west and put Toulouse and London in, and York miss out someone like that, which would be a bit of a travesty really for York. But it definitely puts the cat amongst the pigeons, doesn't it? And certainly makes London's bid a lot more attractive when you've got the players of that calibre.
It's a bit early for take a bow, son, but I've got to say Ben Macklin's on fire. Over the NRL, already selecting the squad. Salford and White can't pick a team for next week. Good lad, Ben. Well done, son. I love it. Absolutely love it. Great banter. Good man. Well played. Demetriou, Greg. Demetriou did have mentioned that Jason Demetriou would be coach.
Yeah, it's a bit tough on the incumbent coach. Steph's good mate, but
He'll go to director of rugby, Mike Eccles.
Well, is that what he'll do?
Yeah.
That's great. As long as he's not showing the door. There's been loads of rumours about Demetriou. Every time a Super League job becomes available, Demetriou is one of the first names talked about. What excites me is if there is some sort of consortium with the likes of Darren Lockyer involved, what does it open up for other teams within Super League and within Rugby League? So that's this is not so much exciting. It's very exciting for London if they can get behind it and the fans can come and watch, and they can get big crowds and they can make a go of it. What
five, weren't they? They were getting 5 in Super. They were getting 5,000 in Super League last year.
Yeah, but if they can fill, it's a nice little ground they've got there.
It's brilliant.
They can fill that. There's room for expansion with the Aussie investments. What does it mean for other teams in Super League? That with the Aussies, we've had that NRL investing in Super League rumour seems to have died off throughout the summer. Maybe now they're looking at separate consortiums rather than one major buyout, and this is testing the water to see what could happen over the next few years. For me, really exciting. Really exciting.
Well, they were also, they were hinting at Adam Reynolds. Which
as coach?
No, to come in and play.
All right.
Adam Reynolds. Imagine that on British stuff. Yeah. Great player, Reynolds. And don't get me wrong, you could cut it at Super League now. I really, really do. But yeah, Reynolds, that'd be interesting. That'd be very, very interesting. Joel, big question. Tom Massey's gone in on a super chat. He thinks it's worth £2. He's got to ask you a question. Are you having Merlot, Shiraz, or Malbec tonight?
It has to be Merlot all day long. And
I wish it was Rioja. It was there for comedy gold, and you didn't take it. You should have just said, "Actually, it's Rioja."
Should have said it was Vimto.
Am I allowed to show the bottle
Absolutely.
that I'm drinking? Is that allowed?
Are available. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah.
Mucho Mas.
Is that from that cheap wine store in Huddersfield, Joel?
It's not actually. No, this is a Costco. No, it's Costco. Got a full box.
This isn't in the backyard in a barrel all day crushing grapes.
Mucho Mas. That's the wife's pet name for me. That Mucho Mas.
Can I just say, off topic? If you want to try red wine, and you've not tried this. Give it a go. It's unbelievable.
Oh, you're a legend, mate.
Other varieties of grape are available.
Absolutely, Joel. Look, Oldham have gone big as well, and we were saying. I think of the current squads, Oldham squad looks pretty decent if they could add to it. Mm-hmm. Bradford are favourites to be 12. Would it be right to say that of all of those teams, Oldham, York, and London, with these new financial backers that are coming in, that the team that potentially could get 12 spot is the weakest of the three?
I totally disagree. I think it's shocking. No, as in, I agree that the weaker team shouldn't be going up. Oh yeah. Because, and I'm quite raving about. I'm not happy about the thought of London coming up, because I understand there's the marketing possibilities and so on and so forth. But what the fans, the diehard fans, are interested about the growth of the game. But those to get people interested in the first place are bothered about what happens on the field. And if London can't really cut it with the big teams in the Championship, if they was to come up to Super League, yeah, I know they'll get more money and buy players and so on. But what about the teams that have deserved to get in there, who have played better? Why? For me, it'd be a cut-off. Top 5, those can choose. And you know what? You can disagree as much as you want, but for me, they're coming later when they deserve to come in. They've not been good enough this year. They've been atrocious. So for me, don't come in because you haven't deserved it.
Mr. Sales shaking his head. You're not happy.
Can't have Nathan Cleary in the championship, Joe.
No. Right, but right, hear me on this one, right? What if they finish 10th? Say they finish 10th, right? Are they allowed to then come up into the Super League? It's ridiculous.
But the thing is, Joe, promotion and relegation doesn't exist anymore in the old format. We're all playing to the same
I know
rules
it doesn't.
in terms of ING. And what you can't take away from Bradford is that they've gone through what the criteria is. And let's be fair, the IMG criteria has been a success in terms of improving standards from everybody. So that's the rules we play to. We can't sit here now and moan about it, about league positions or whatever, when we all know we've been going off IMG gradings for the past 2 years. So if Bradford have done what they've needed to do, regardless, I mean, don't forget Bradford could be grand final winners. They're one of the best sides in the competition. And I know you're using the London reference, but London were in Super League recently, so that's where they get their IMG score from. So we all knew the rules we were starting with, and whoever gets that 12th place will do so on merit, and there can't be any arguments against it because that's what everyone signed up to.
All interesting stuff.
But
Go on, Joe. Go on.
No, right. I'll just go back to the right. When Lee was in the Championship, they created a really good squad before they came into Super League.
Like Oldham.
That to me, yes, like Oldham have done, and like KR did, and like Wakefield did. For me, that means far more. And we want to grow the sport. And I get what you're saying, but the on the field stuff is what attracts fans or doesn't. No amount of money or governance or anything like that. They're not bothered.
It does help, but then you could make a point then to argue for Salford and go sod the financial crisis because they've been during playoffs last year.
Well, what I would say, what I would
That's
say
what
is,
IMG's for, to stop it into.
Well, look, Joel, don't bite on this, but Phil Webster's gone in. He says Joel's comments prove that's not Ribena. Don't bite.
Night, everyone.
Only jest, Joel. And people were saying, and I think Greg Rowe said, did Joel not get the black t-shirt memo? No, Joel just brings colour to the show. That's why Joel goes his own way. It's perfectly fine. There is no agenda at all. Great stuff, boys. Right, let's keep it jovial, shall we? We'll keep coming back to that between now and is it the 16th of October? Isn't it? Red V in meltdown. So the boys from Red V have been basking in the glory of their unbeaten run, and all of a sudden, fold the club, and all of that was coming out the weekend. They were going absolutely ballistic. Wellens has already signed for 26. It's a disgrace. No signings have been confirmed. Oh, tell you, they were livid, the lads. They were livid. Now all I've got to ask is, Red V TV, is it better when they've lost or when they've won?
When they've lost
all day long.
Comedy value when they've lost.
Yeah, absolutely. Forgive me, boys, if you're watching, and I don't really know your names. We'd love to come on, actually. Well, when you broadcast at one of our stadiums, we'd love to come on with you for a bit of a giggle, I have to say. But the one who hosts it, the one who does all the questioning, I mean, he's been basking in the glory of his unbeaten run for I don't know how long, and he was filthy. He was filthy at full time against Wigan. Absolutely filthy. Oh, dear me. Anyway, never mind. Banging stuff. Absolutely banging. And it now is the time. Somebody else has scanned the QR code. Patrick O'Connor. All I will say is this. Craig Forth has a better strike rate fishing than Fraser Howard because Patrick O'Connor has become a member here at Super League Raw. He's a 6 again member. Exceptional bait, Mr. Forth. Well done. Go and enjoy your trout fishing at the weekend, me old mucker. You have got a beautiful lure without question. Right, okay. Hey, before we move on to the next section, it's only right that we tap into this little beauty. Finals week 1. In the NRL, there's some little beauties in here. Look at that one down at the bottom. The Warriors taking on the Broncos. Go on, that's a game. That's an absolute peach. The Panthers in an elimination final. Ho, ho, ho. Hey, massive game. That's something that they've not been used to. If they lose, they're out. They're playing, of course, the Warriors, the Sharks against the Roosters, and the Storm going up against the Bulldogs. Boys, that is entertainment of the highest quality. The NRL has delivered yet again this year. Are you, like me, very excited about what's to come over the coming weeks?
Yes, in a word.
Very much so.
Absolutely. Banging. Banging.
Absolutely banging. Thank God the
Banging.
Broncos get a second.
Of the highest caliber.
Of the highest caliber. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Right, it's now time for this. You little ripper. Take a bow, son. Take a bow. Yes, it's now time for Take a Bow. We'll get rid of the hanging and banging. We don't need that anymore because, of course, now it's time for Take a Bow, son. Take a bow from the wonderful pages of social media around the league. And we're going to start off. We had to start off with a Saints fan. We did. Mike Burke, having gone down to the Wigan Warriors. Very topical, Mike, because he said, I blame Angela Rayner.
Understandable.
Absolute, what a gem. That's a beauty, that. You've got to give him his due. Great effort. Actually, sorry, I should have put that up, shouldn't I? Should have put that up. We do actually have graphics for this. My apologies. I forget. Right. Okay, so that was that one. In second place, we're going back to the wire. Wire against Lee. And Ian Turner, a Warrington Wolves fan. Ian Turner, take a bow. His comments on his beloved Primrose and Blue was this: I've seen more effort from a tranquilized mattress. Absolute peach, Ian lad, outstanding, love it, absolutely love it. That is outstanding. But winning, and again, very topical. It's only been announced. I think it was today. It was announced that Aidan Caesar has signed a year extension at Hull FC. And of course, no surprise, it was infiltrated by a Robins fan, Gary Jackson, who says, this guy can't split a banana, let alone Rovers' defence yesterday. Another easy payday. Good lad. He can't split a banana. Love that. Good effort. That wins this week. Outstanding efforts by all three of you. Really good. Really good. Right, let's dip into the championship. These were the results at the weekend. London 24, Bradford 34, big win for the Bulls. That one, Toulouse continuing to win 46-22 over Batley. Doncaster fell again. They're in shocking form. They really have dropped quite badly the last few weeks. They were in playoff contention. That seems to be on its way out now. A 56-0 win by York, as good as champions. They haven't been given the championship yet because, again, points difference, it's nonsense. York have won. Outstanding. Major achievement that for Mark Applegarth. Many congratulations. Very much so. Like the Women's League. Can't be caught. York are the championship winners. Well done to Mark and all the side. Featherstone, big win that. Big win against Oldham, 28-12. They needed that. That was a massive win. Widnes going to Halifax. That was a key game, if you remember, for that 6th and 7th position. Halifax coming through 16-14. And then at the bottom of the table clash, Hunslet defeated by Sheffield 46 points to 6. What does that do for the table? Well, as you can see there, boys, York, they're 2 points clear. Look at the difference, though. York have a positive of 425, Toulouse 275. It's done. It's dusted. It's over. York have won it, albeit they will not announce them as champions until the weekend. But a cracking year for York. And well done to them. Toulouse in second. It's gone quiet on Toulouse. We did touch on that, didn't we, lads? It's gone very quiet on Toulouse. Everybody else seems to be making moves for Super League, and Toulouse, we're not hearing an awful lot. Do we think that this is the case, that they're just not wanted?
I think it's probably since that discussion about Catalan a few weeks ago, in my opinion. You might think I'm wrong, but when all the discussion about what do Catalan actually bring into local economies, it's kind of gone off the boil with Toulouse since that conversation was had, I think.
I mean, Steph, you were saying they've got the backing, they've got the finances, but it would appear that Toulouse are going to have to win a place in Super League. And I mean, again, this is going to put the committee to, because again, I think they're probably going to have a pretty strong bid, aren't they, Toulouse? But it's just gone really quiet, very quiet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they if they win the competition, they were the 13th club, weren't they, in the IMG rankings last year?
Yeah.
So if they win it and get the 0.25, and they've been streaming the matches, so that gets an additional points and stuff. So they could be right up there in terms of the rankings. So they may. I think Bradford are pretty much nailed on for 12th place at the moment, but It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, look, we mentioned there about Oldham, Featherstone, massive win for Featherstone. I mean, you can see there that Oldham is still very, very nicely placed in fourth, but a good morale boosting win that for Featherstone. And that Halifax game against the Vikings, that's pretty much now done the top six. So two massive games there at the weekend that have really moved and shaped the league. Of course, Featherstone now go to Bradford this weekend. Doncaster, Halifax. So I think Halifax will fancy that the way Doncaster have been playing. Sheffield up against Barrow. Widnes go up against the London Broncos. York Knights go up against Batley, which again you'd expect. Depending, actually, they might rest players. You don't know because, like I say, it's done, it's dusted, it's theirs. It'd be very, very interesting. But again, please, a big call out to the sportsmen and other people who've been putting these on. And I know that the clubs are streaming them as well. As many of these playoff games as possible, please. It deserves to go out in a real baptism of fire. It's been a phenomenal championship season this year, and they deserve to be on the TV, lads.
Definitely, yes.
Fabulous.
Yeah,
Fabulous. Marvellous. Good times. Wonderful stuff. Right, it's now time to get me old mucker on screen. Here we go. Over to you, Mr. Dixon.
Okay, yeah. First of all, massive congratulations to Wigan clinching the Women's Super League top spot. So League Leaders Shield, fantastic achievement. Again, another one for the bingo sheet, but it really does show if a club is invested in its teams, what can happen. It looks like Sinead Peach, who was 2023 Woman of Steel, is going to get a 6-game ban. I don't know whether that's been confirmed as yet. I've been keeping my eye on that. But I don't know whether that's been confirmed yet for her little folks' pays last week. So some good features this weekend, but Wigan should have been playing Warrington at Robin Park. And I think the plan was for them, if they were to win it, to lift the shield at that game.
Travesty, that.
And we all know what's happened there. They've forfeited the last 2 games. They'll go down to the Championship. But on a brighter note, their academy side won the first game of the season. A dramatic last-minute 2016 win over Featherstone Rovers. Layla De Simmons got that try there. Dreadful conditions, but good to see, the girls getting their first win. Leah away to Saints. Giants at home to Barrow.
Before we jump onto that, we'll come on to that in a minute. I think it's only right and appropriate, and Craig said it in the chat, and I agree with him. That was arguably the game of the weekend, Saints against Wigan.
Oh, it was brilliant.
It was talk about a back and forth. It was a real quality game of rugby league, no quarter given by both sides, and I think possibly with the exception of maybe Cast Trinity, which could maybe rival it. I think that should get so much fanfare. We said about Peach's antics getting loads of. I've hardly seen any fanfare, or not enough. Let's put it that way. Of what a great game that was.
No, and do you know what pleased me? From kind of beginning of the second half onwards, the crowd were invested, the crowd swelled, and the crowd were invested in it, especially the Wigan fans, which is understandable. But yeah, we need to build on this now. And yeah, it was a great game. I thought the whole hullkr was a great game for different reasons. This was, I've been banging this drum for a couple of years now. They put on good rugby. The top teams play good rugby, exciting rugby, and it's not for the faint-hearted. They are brutal.
Oh, mate. When the forward went down the middle and the Saints fullback tried tackling, I was like, oh dear Lord. I mean, that was a proper ouch moment. That's a great game, wonderful game of rugby league, and it really did build up well on the TV. I think. Again, a 5:30 kickoff on a Friday night, so you're not going to do anything to grow the women's game. But as a TV spectacle, as a starter for what was, of course, the main course, the men's game, I thought it worked perfectly.
Yeah, it was. It was brilliant. It was a really nice appetizer. And got the Wigan fans in the mood for what was to come later on. But yeah, absolutely fantastic game. The game of the week this weekend is probably York going to Rhinos, but the top 4 are as good as settled now. It would take a massive win by York, and Saints to slip up against Lee for York to move into second now with the points difference. So, that could still, has that word I often use, the P word, to be a great game. Yeah, we're getting to the end now. The top four is all but settled. Playoff time, then grand final time. It's the 4 teams we expected. I tipped Wigan Warriors to win the Challenge Cup. I didn't think they'd have enough in them to top the league. Have they got enough to win the grand final? Why not? Why not?
It's going to be very, very interesting. And of course, I think Huddersfield and Leeds, it's paramount that they grow again next season.
Yeah. Yeah, it is vitally important that Huddersfield Giants, Lee Leopards, they're investing. They're putting, Derek's done wonders at Lee. He got them promoted last season. He's done wonders to keep them in this season. They've got lots of ex-Warrington players in that squad as well. Barrow, really, some investment needs to go into Barrow now. They've been lucky that the situation at Warrington has meant they stay up this season. But yeah, let's get invested as fans into the women's game now.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I just felt it absolutely had everything, and I just feel that unless people get behind it, because that deserved massive coverage and fanfare for the great game that it was, and unfortunately, it didn't get it.
Yeah, which is where we are at this moment in time. I will give plaudits to BBC Sports. They might not mention it on the bulletins. Mind you, when did they mention Rugby League on the bulletins anyway? But they do give coverage to the women's game on the BBC website. So, credit to the BBC where it's due. They do give it coverage. We just need more now. Let's get behind it. But let's have a situation a couple of weeks ago. Warrington are away to Huddersfield when the men are away to Huddersfield.
Yeah. Well, that's happening in the York game this week.
Yeah.
Same.
Warrington
time
as well.
Venues. Yeah, same time at different venues. Ridiculous. Yeah. Absolutely
ridiculous.
Ridiculous. And yes, it would be a miss of us not to keep your eyes out as well. The Academy semi-finals there this weekend. So
yes,
so worth getting your eye on those. It should be a great game. Victoria Park, Wigan against Warrington. That'll be a cracking game. I think Leeds Academy. I know Leeds at Headingley. I think the other one. Can't remember who they're playing actually. They're playing. I'll have to have a look at that. Anyway, well done, Reg. Now it's time for this.
Okay, thank you very much.
This is Joel Scholes with your fantasy league update. Let's see who the movers and shakers are for this week.
So as we can see in third place, we've got Stuart Scaife again, ready for the replica. I always get this mixed up. The merchandise Simply Raw hoodie. We've got Alan Bagley in second for his replica shirt, and Alan Bagley as well for next year's season tickets. There's not many games left now, guys. You really need to be really putting your teams down as best you can, because Alan needs taking down, or at least you can try, though he is quite ahead than most others. We're going to look at the top 10 now. So we've got Alan Bagley in first and second, and Stuart in third, as we mentioned. In fourth, we've got Neil Armstrong in fifth as well. Stuart Scaife again in sixth. It's like a Stuart, Neil, and Alan takeover. And then in seventh, we've got David Moore. Eighth, Stephen Broomfield. Ninth, Stuart Scaife again. And 10th, Jamie Lawson. I might start putting a bit of a cap on how many teams somebody can put on in a season, I think, unfortunately. And the highest scorer for this week is in 26. It's Tony Pennington with 666 for this week. So a massive week for Tony. So well done, Tony. And I think that's about it.
And Jay, TP, well done, TP. Good effort, that. Great effort from TP. They'll be delighted with that one. Absolutely marvellous. Right, we'll bring the boys back. Good. I'd say loads to get through. We've still got to do Player of the Month. We've got to do that. We've got plenty to get through still. We're doing well. We're an hour in, boys. It's going at a really good, fast pace. It's now time for a little bit of this.
Give your head a wobble.
Yes, it's time to give your head A wobble. I don't know where Joel's gone. He's there. He's still there. There he is. There's the lad. Right, it's time to give your head a wobble. Here we go. Let's see what joy we've got this week. Let's have a quick look. I've just got to find where they all are. Where are we going to start? Oh, dear God. Should we start with Saints? Let's start with Saints. It was always going to be a tough one, wasn't it? It was always going to be a tough one. We'll go Saints. Eddie Jones. He meant to say but he said area. But he asked.
But I said something else.
Are we going the way of the Bradford Bulls?
No.
I mean, dearie me. He took that man, didn't he? He really took that man. Oh, Eddie, mate, come on. Let's not be silly. Dearie me. Susan Pendlebury, St. Helens fan. Did it again. As much as I love Alex, there's just something not right with him at the moment. Dropping the ball a lot. Do you know how many times he dropped the ball, Susan? Once. Highest meter maker in Super League. Highest tackle buster in the prop 4 position in Super League. Nothing wrong with Alex Walmsley. Get off Alex's back. He's had a good season as Alex. But I'm not having that. Got to be nice to you, boys. You really do. Could be worse, though. Could be Jeff Forster. Jeff Forster, Saints fan. Who's man of the match for Saints, would you say? Just out of curiosity, who would you give man of the match? Saints.
I thought Wellesby had a good game when he forward.
Top 3, Wellesby.
Walmsley, Wellesby.
Probably.
Lees had a good game.
Lees. Yeah. Personally, I'd have said Darryl Clark, but
okay.
He'd have been in the top 3. He was certainly in contention. Not in Jeff's world. No, not in Jeff's world. Jeff says that Darryl Clark must be one of the dumbest 9s I've ever seen in a Saints shirt. Consistently running away from his first receiver on tackle 4, doesn't make the right decision in pressure moments, and dreadfully slow deliverer.
Surely if he's running away from his first receiver, he's seen a gap and he's taking it on.
Mate, honestly. Now look, we do say this, it's just for fun, don't take it personal. You've got to laugh at yourself. You've got to put yourself out there on social media. You've just got to be able to laugh at yourself. We are unbelievable stuff. Anyway, let's go. Oh yes. So I don't know who Richard Dawson supports. So I've just put keyboard warrior. I don't know who he supports. But on Wakefield, he said, the wheels are falling off. Overachievers, small club, no ambition, Mr. Sunkdown. No ambition. Oh, come on.
He's either a Castleford or a Warrington fan.
Oh, dear Lord. I'll tell you, I'm going to be giving myself a headache. I really, really am. But anyway, I had to do this. And this is for, I could have picked a multitude of these. A multitude of them. But Callum Smith, you're going to get it. Callum, you're getting it. FC fan. Who said that Jack Ashworth should have hit Lewis harder to make the ban worthwhile. Wow. This is rugby league. We don't behave like that.
No.
It's not even funny, that one.
No, but it's not funny. It's a wobble. That's what I mean. That's why I'm not laughing. It's wow. It's wow. That's not what we're about, Callum lad. You what? You know, it's the wrong sport for you, mate. We don't behave like that. Or we shouldn't behave like that. Not good. This is a lad who's going to be donning an England shirt, or should be donning an England shirt in a couple of months' time, and you're going to be cheering him. And then, I would never cheer an FC fan. Believe you me. If he scored the winning try in an Ashes series, you'd be off your chair. Your beer would be going everywhere. Shocking. You can't beat a bit of wobble, can you?
No.
No, you can. You can beat a bit of wobble because it's that time of the week that Greggy Roach loves. That Greg, everybody loves it. A little bit of the Super League Raw team of the week. And all I'm going to say to you, Reggie, try not to have an Asper attack at number 13. Here we go.
Mate, you could see me off.
Team of the week is sponsored by the Good Estate Agent. With an average turnaround time of 3 weeks, if you want your house sold quickly, then contact Stefan today on 01942 356 577. Quote Super League Raw for 33% off. It's the Super League Raw Team of the Week for round number 25 in the qualification for 2025. Get 50p in the jukebox. Here we go, folks. At 1 is Jay Field, who took just one look. That's all it took, yeah, just one look to see the space and the grass ahead as he burst onto Frenchie's off the floor pass to seal the win for the Warriors. At 2, Wire fans, get your Kylie on, put your brand on your heart and tell me the season's over. I won't believe. Anyway, forget all of that. Keenan Brand scores a hat-trick against the team who released him. And yes, that could be the new champ for the Primrose and Blue this season. Please release me. Let me go. At 3, he knew what to do and that was tackle hard. Ba-pa-pa-na-na, ba-pa-na-na. It was a matter of time until he got a card. Ba-pa-pa-na-na, ba-pa-na-na. Didn't Jordan sign off with a bang in the derby, folks? At 4, your Myla Hanley stand by Lee. Oh, stand by Lee. A possible season best performance from Yamala as he played court jester to the king, who quite frankly was made to look like a prince. At 5 is Tom Johnstone. Trin say he's fine, Trin say he's good. Everybody says he hits like Robin Hood. He moves like a cat, charges like a ram, sting like a bee. Oh yeah, Tom, he's still the man. At 6, Brody Crop slips into the hole left by departing Jake Connor and said, allow me to take it from here, Jakey boy. Let a man of steel show you how it's done. At 7, is he human or is he Chris Atkin? His performance was vital, his hands were gold. Trinner on their knees looking for the answers. Is he human or is he Chris Atkin? At 8, Fatili's on fire with passionate runs. Defenders complain about his quads and his guns, but they only cry because he's on top. What a performance from the big man in defeat. At 9, Jez Litton. The Shield's about to call, so what do you say, Litton? You make hullfc feel so small. Litton, dream team incoming. At 10, well, they say the sky's the limit, but to Mickey it isn't true. As my friend, you have seen nothing. Just wait till he gets through because he's bad. He's bad. Shimon! Mickey Alexki, he's bad. At 11, I'm just sad about Wakey. Wakey fell against Cass. And one big reason for that, folks, is they call him Alex Mellor. He's great. They call him Alex Mellor. Damn straight. Go on, Alex boy. At 12, talk about trophies. His house is a museum when people come to see them. And the Super League's Uncle Fester continues to show everyone that he's not finished yet. And finally at 13, go Callum, you're a rhino. You're not over the hill, you can still play ball. Go Callum, you're a rhino. Yes, Watkins and Leeds have won. What a wonderful adaptation there of the Dolly Parton hit, ladies and gentlemen. And let's be fair, she knows a thing or two about handfuls, and Callum would fill any boulder holder. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your team of the week for round number 25.
And I'll have you know, I'm the Uncle Fester of Super League. Thank you very much. Not having that. He's not taking that crown off me.
No, I knew. Right, let's go there straight away. Steph, I knew that Rapana would make people filthy. But I'm sorry. I thought his defensive effort was exceptional. Yes, a bit of it was grubby. I get that. But his commitment, if all, in terms of commitment, effort, and all the rest of it, if the other 13 hullfc players did as much, but on the right side, they could have won that game.
Yeah, and it was only the last 10 minutes to let it down. I think there'll be more filthy, but only Litton getting in the team of the week, to be honest with you, with a derby victory over the old enemy. But no, all the ones in there, I think, are well deserved this week. They've all played really, really well for their respective clubs, and really happy with that team of the week. It's a good team of the week.
Yeah, I mean, we do team of the week in terms of who's best in their position, and as well as KR played collectively. I'm sorry, but those players in their positions played better in their positions in their respective games, and that's why there's only one KR. There's been teams this year where there's been 4 or 5 KRs. People who watch us every week know that. I stand by it. Greg, over to you. Your thoughts on the team? We'll see Chris Atkin in there.
It is. He's a solid professional, Chris Atkin,
Yeah.
and never lets you down when he gets his chance. But Caius Faitili, he was one of the names I would have thought would have been up there for Wakefield's Player of the Year. We talked about it earlier on, and I knew there was somebody else that I wanted to mention. I couldn't quite think who it was. Caius Faitili, he's had a great season.
Yeah.
He's had a couple of games off. But yeah, Brodie Croft was superb. Jay Field keeping Lockie Miller out. I'm surprised at that because Lockie Miller was superb. But you've got the stats, mate, so I'm going to back you on that.
But you've got to take into account, Miller was great bit of skill. Great bit of skill from Miller in that game. But you've got to take into account Field was playing St. Helens and Leeds were taking.
No, I'm not arguing. I'm just saying.
And that's what swung it. There's not much between them. Very, very little between them. But for me, the fact that Field was up against the Saints in that pressure cooker of the game, he actually did more meters than Miller in the game for a change.
I'm not arguing with you at all, mate. I'm just saying, Lockie Miller can find himself unlucky that it had to be a performance like that will keep him out. As you say, though, Chris Atkin playing at 7, I think he's a hooker by trade, so he's a kind of a jack of all trades, isn't he? I think he's playing at loose forward as well. I'm sure he'll get corrected on that if he's not, but I'm sure he has. Maybe not.
He's filled in there. He's filled in there. Scott Hardy saying Tom Davis. Keenan Brand scored a hat-trick. Tom Johnstone in his game scored one, made one, did great meters. Yeah, Tom Davis scored a try, but the work was done for him before that. Don't get me wrong, Tom out of backfield's outstanding, absolutely outstanding. I'm not saying he's not, but I'd stick with Brandon Johnstone on this one. Joel, your thoughts, mate?
I'm glad you came to me last because it's just taken me a lot of time to compose myself. It's the first time you had me crying. I was actually crying with laughter. That was just absolutely fantastic. Well done, Dave. But, 3 players in particular that I thought was extremely good was Keenan Brand. Really good game. Giz Litton and Callum Watkins. Really nice to see someone who's in the very twilight of his career playing so exceptionally in a position that he didn't start his career in, which is lovely. And it just shows, doesn't it, the versatility of not just the sport but the players themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. No, happy days, all good, all tickety boo. Great team of the week. Well done to all those that got it. And Alex Mellor, I've got a soft spot for Alex Mellor. Great to see Mellor back in form for the Tigers as well. Right, very near prediction time. It's been a good show. This up to now, still plenty to go. It's now time for this.
Ooh, pass me a cucumber sandwich.
Yes, it's time for the cucumber sandwiches. Where are we going to start? Shall we start at... what happened at Salford? Salford. Mellor got the man of the match. Right, yeah, here we go. Yeah. So Mellor got man of the match. Okay, no issues with that. Garcia got 2. Garcia was very good. Very, very good. Who got 1?
Asparagus bucket?
No. It was a Salford player. Yeah. Salford player.
Derbyshire.
Yeah.
Derbyshire played well. Yeah. Derbyshire played, got a try, got an assist. See what you're doing there, yeah? Yeah. Who else? Would you say, Salford?
Milne had a good game.
Yeah, he did. He kicked really well. But whoever it was, they were playing a replay of the game at Hollywell Jones in the mind because Sangare got a point. No, I'm sorry. That is crazy. That is a crazy decision. Crazy decision. Right, Leeds, Huddersfield. Who was the best player on the park, would you say? Joel, Leeds, Huddersfield? Yeah.
Miller.
You got 2.
Croft.
Watkins had a Watkins.
Croft and Watkins got
McDonald.
What, really?
Who?
McDonald
had a good game. Yeah, he did. Well, we gave McDonald 2. Gave Miller 3, gave Crofty 1, we gave. But they decided in their wisdom that Morgan Gannon was man of the match.
I mean, a decent game.
Wow.
Decent game, but he weren't man of the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't
Callum
the
were
best.
better.
That wasn't the best. Right, let's go to the Wigan game.
Sorry to interrupt you, Dave. I've just got a newsflash here saying the disciplinary hearing has been adjourned for Sinead Peach. So I don't know any more than that. So I'll keep my eye on that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Right, over to the Wigan game. They gave 3 for Junior Nsemba. Now, don't get me wrong, his impact off the bench was very, very good. And if you're going to give Patrick Mago a man of the match for 15 minutes, you can understand why maybe Nsemba got 3. I think that's very, very generous. 2 for Field. And then they gave 1 for Bevan French. We gave 3 for Field, 2 for Farrell.
Yeah, Farrell's very good.
And we gave 1 for Ethan Havard. Havard had a storming game in the front row. Storming game. So that was a bit odd. Right, let's go to Cass Trin. Yeah. 3 for Horn, 2 for Atkin, 1 for Mellor. Don't agree with the Horn one. He played well, but I'm sorry, you weren't man of the match. I'm not having that. I can't have that. I apologise. Lee Leopards. Oh, God. Oh, no. Right. All of them. Well, spoiler alert. All 3 points went to elite players. Spoiler alert.
Course.
You didn't expect that, At least that bit's right. So we got that bit right. Right. Who was man of the match, Steph, for your beloved Leopards? Yamila Hanley. Didn't get a point.
What?
Didn't get a point. So
he's the best player on the park by a mile.
He was the second best player on the park.
He was the second best. Keenan Brand.
And they agreed. They gave him 2 points. So Brandy's 2. He was the third best player on the park.
For me, it was Gaz O'Brien.
No. Lachlan Lamb got that. Man of the match, Bailey Hodgson.
No. Bailey did well getting his try, and he did well out of the back, but he wasn't in the top 3.
No, he wasn't. And then finally, over we go to KR. 3 for Lytton. I mean, dear me. I'll be honest, I'd have been throwing things at my screen and Lytton not got 3 points in that game. Dear God. They gave 2 for Davis and they gave 1 for Broadbent. So no major issues at Craven Park. I can sort of see that. But yeah, Bailey Hodgson at HJ. Having a giggle. Having an absolute...
Surprised they didn't give a point to Luke Yates for being the only Warrington player to cross the halfway line with the ball in his hand.
Well, God knows, mate. Yeah, but there's some balmy ones there. Balmy ones. Absolute balmy. But anyway. Right, let's get to the Prediction League. And Mr. Sale's been reeled in by the members. The members are now 6 points behind with 2 rounds to go. Mr. Sale cut down to 6 points. Then it's Reggie 3-4-1. Joel at 3-3-6. 3-2-8 for the non-members. I'm at 3-2-7. I'm just going to wave the white flag. I'm not winning this year. No way. I've just got to try and keep off the bottom. 3-2-3 for Mr. Crabtree. So there you go. That's how it's all looking. Let's get into this weekend's games. We're doing well for time. Don't forget, though, we've still got to do Player of the Month. These are the games. The Rhinos take on the Catalan Dragons this Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Then there's a double header on Friday. Lee Leopards take on the Saints. Should be a belter. Wigan host Castleford Tigers. Hull FC entertain Warrington with half a team. And then Hull FC's got half a team as well. Trinity are taking on hullkr. Should be a good game, that one, to be fair. And then Giants will hopefully get a win for Joel against Salford, but nothing can be taken for granted. Right, let's take a look at the league table. Here it is. KR will be announced champions of the league this weekend. I'm just going to put that out there straight away. I can't see how it won't be. It could be a hangover to the last game, but on points, it's already won. It's already done and dusted. But I do expect KR to come through Trin the way Trin have been playing. But what do you know? Trin could turn up on this one. You just never. Such has been the league this year. You'd expect the Warriors to do well. You really would. Leeds Rhinos up against Catalan again. No Connor. We're going to come to that in a minute. No Connor. So they're going to have to navigate that with no Jake. So that's going to be interesting. No announcement on Jake either in terms of the severity of the rib injury. So that's one to keep an eye on. Maybe we'll get a bit of news on that once Brad Arthur's press conference has been and gone. But he's not in the 21. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be very interesting. And then, of course, the big one. Look at that there. Saints have to win. If Saints don't win, then they're finishing 5th. It's done. It's dusted. That's as far as they go. They will be going away in the first round of the playoffs. As for the Leopards, if they do win, they keep the dream alive for them, finishing 3rd. And of course, potentially taking on 6th. That would, of course, potentially mean if Wigan remains 2nd, they could be off to the brick for the semi. That'll be an interesting show, won't it, when we get to that point, Mr. Sale? But anyway, there you go. Right, let's get into the first game then. Here it is. Leeds Rhinos taking on the Catalan Dragons. And like I say, big hole, no Jake Connor for this one. Greg, it's going to be interesting, isn't it, to see a Leeds Rhinos without Connor. You'd expect probably Jack Sinfield to deputise in there.
Yeah.
Big game this for Sinfield, because if Connor's going to be out, we don't know how long for, big boots to fill, and Sinfield has got to try and fill them the best he can.
Yeah, well, I also heard O'Connor as well might be filling in there, so I don't know how true that was. But yeah, they are massive boots to fill. And, Brodie Croft, he stepped up to the plate on when they played at the weekend. I expect him to do that against Catalan. Catalan flattered to deceive a little bit against a Salford side that, a little bit more luck, a little more belief might well have backed up the win against Warrington. But yeah, whether it's Sinfield or O'Connor, Leeds, they've got a chance. They've got a chance to cement a place in the side if Connor's finished for the season, which as you say, we don't know. We don't know. But what a game. This is the game, I think, apart from Salford, no offence, Salford fans, and Warrington, this is the game that I think Rhinos would have wanted. It's not a local derby. It's not one of the top. It's not the rivals for 3rd, 4th, 5th. It's a team that's flattered to deceive, as I said, all season, and not done as well as he should. So, if this is a game for a new half-back pairing to be tried, we couldn't have wished for any better, I don't think.
No. Plenty of quality in that Leeds Rhinos side. Steph, would you expect? It's not ideal, but the way Catalan have been playing, Leeds should get this one done, shouldn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is I think it's a really good game for Leeds, where they can go in. They've got to put Jack Sinfield in, otherwise, why have him in your squad?
Yeah.
He's got to put. I mean, I know Reggie's saying then about O'Connor. If they put O'Connor there, then Jack
just
Sinfield
something I heard on the grapevine.
Yeah.
It's not.
He may as well put his transfer request in, Jack, if that happens. No, I expect Jack to play. And the way Brodie's been playing recently, I think they're going to have far too much for Catalan, who could only scrape past Salford, and that's no disrespect to Salford, but we all know that's a mismatched team. I fully expect Leeds to put a big score on Catalan in this game, especially at Headingley.
What score are you going, mate?
18 plus Leeds.
18 plus to Leeds. Greg, what are you going?
Well, I've got to try and catch Steph up. So I'm going to say 9-17 Leeds, purely because I need to try and catch Steph up.
Fair enough, that makes sense. Joel, your thoughts on the game and your predictions, sir?
Yeah, it's been quite difficult. Not so much about who the winner is; it's more about by how many. Because without Jake, it's taken away a bit of potency. But having said that, there's a lot of strike within the team, and the defence is still just as good. So I am going to go for 18 plus Leeds, but maybe not by an absolute troweling, which it could have been had Jake been playing.
Yeah. I'm going Leeds 9-17 because Jake's missing. I just think that might just stunt them a little bit because it's been like a well-oiled machine because Croft, Connor and Miller and O'Connor, the spine has been pretty rigid for quite a few games now. The fact that it's just getting a little bit disjointed, that's why I'm dropping it from 18 to 9-17. Not that my opinion counts the way I perform this year. But yeah, 9-17 is what I'm going. Mark Smith agrees with me. He's gone 9-17. A lot of 18 pluses for Leeds. Nigel Wood, Phil Webster, Ben Macklin's in there. Jill's gone by 24. She's been very specific there. Craig Stanley leads by 18 as well. So a lot of love for the Leeds Rhinos in there. Nobody, as far as I can see, is drinking heavily this evening or doing other things. Nobody's gone Catalan, which is good to see. Looks like we've got a very steady away crowd with us this evening, which is marvellous. So well done everybody on that one. Good effort, yeah. So there you go. Right, let's get into the next one, and of course, I tell you what, let's do Wigan Cass first. Wigan Cass. So Wigan Castleford, great performance from Cass last week. Of course, the members got to see the full press conference of Matt Peat on their private channel earlier on. We broadcast that for them, so they got to see Matt Peat, and Matt Peat's taking nothing for granted. You wouldn't expect him to. Good to see the likes of Mellor and Wood having a really solid game last week. Of course, Chris Atkin as well. Horn played well. I mean, he was man of the match, but he played well. So a lot of good stuff there from Castleford. Question is, can they go and do it at the Brick? Joel, I'll start with you. What's your thoughts on this? Castleford travelling to Wigan.
They had a very good game, but they always raise the game for Wakefield because it's such a big derby within West Yorkshire. Though going to the Brick is a total different, league. And with Bevan being back, Wigan have been just that good. And they're playing at Wigan. You know that when you play at Wigan, you're playing against a very loud crowd. And I think it's going to be a tough day at the office for Cass, and they're going to go Wigan 18 plus.
I'm with you. Looks like everybody's with you. Phil Webster's gone Wigan 9-17, but as has Nigel Bennett, but the vast majority. Oh, Craig Stanley's gone Wigan 1-8. Sees it a close one. Scott Hardy says cricket score. Ellie, the other team from the above 18 plus. Good to see Ellie in the chat. There she is, not using super chat, Steph. That's good to see. Steph, go on. Your thoughts, Wigan?
Well, Cats were exceptional last week against Wakefield. Really, really, really good performance, and it was great to see them get a home win to end their last game of the season at home. Unfortunately, this one's going to get ugly. We're going to absolutely batter them. If Saints, we're going to put 18 on Saints as an 18 plus result. This I can see getting very ugly. I'm going to go for a massive Wigan win, 18 plus.
Yeah, well, Nicola Burton would give 4 kisses and 18 plus to Wigan. She found the 4 kisses pleasurable and the Wigan score not so much. Reggie, over to you. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I can't argue with any of what's been said. There's nothing more to add. Wigan 18 plus. It's going to be a walkover, I'm afraid.
So let's
Cass fans. Sorry.
So let's move on to more pressing matters.
Yes.
Lee taking on St Helens. It's the game of the round. There's no doubt about that. This is going to be a little belter. Morgan Knowles should return. That's good news for Saints. Hopefully Wellesby is allowed to play and not brought off without an injury. Good evening, Mr. Wellens. I have to say, Paul, I've been one of your biggest, champions. I've been flying your flag all year, but matey, if you're going to bring Wellesby off when he's the best player on the pitch, at least say it was precautionary because you thought he was injured. Don't say, no, it was just tactical. What? I mean, even I can't defend that, Paul. Come on, mate. Throw a dog a bone.
It did seem a bit silly, didn't it?
Very much so. Call me Garfield. Anyway, moving on. Unbelievable stuff. Right, we'll come to... In fact, no, let's go to Steph first. Come on, Steph. What a game. These are... Some of these Saints League games at the LSV have been very memorable. The atmosphere will be great. You've got to be looking forward to it and not also. So go on. Your thoughts on this one?
No, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I mean,
no nerves, no.
I'm excited for the game. I think it's going to be a really, really good game, as they normally are between Lee and Saints at the moment. And for a Lee fan to be, going into a Lee Saints game with a chance of winning, it's still dreamland for us. And people say, oh, yeah, but it is, and we're still going to be in the playoffs regardless. I think that Saints loss to Wigan has helped Lee massively because obviously we've got Huddersfield last game of the season, which you'd expect us to win. No disrespect to Joel there whatsoever. So we should still be able to get that 4th place. But I think it should be an absolute cracker of a game. I'm really interested to see what Saints team put out. Big one for Lee is obviously Tessie New missing. That's a huge gap for Lee. So we'll see how we react to that, and that could affect us attacking wise as well on that left edge. It's going to be.
On that, who do you think deputises for him, mate?
I think they'll bring Badrock in. I think they'll put Badrock in there. But we'll see. He may decide to go completely left field and try something completely different. I don't know, but I would expect they'll put Badrock in the centre. He's got some difficult decisions to make this week because Joe Offahangwe is expected back, Ethan O'Neill's expected back, and the players that have deputised for them in Penne to Tavake have all really upped the game these last few weeks. So Lamb's got a few head-scratching decisions this week for Lee. But no, I'm really excited for it, and regardless of whether we win or lose, it should be the start of the playoffs. Really, that kind of intensity. So no matter what, it should be an absolute belter of a game, and I'm really looking forward to it.
What score, mate?
Lee 9-17.
Ooh, that's a good win. That's a good win. That's a good win. Ethan O'Neill, I saw him at the pitch side after Warrington. He looked good to go for this week. He was very confident he was playing. That's a good. Again, that's a bonus, massive bonus.
Joffa's a massive.
Yeah, but it also frees Trout up as well, doesn't it? In terms of what you can do with Trout. You know, when you've got O'Neill there, it just gives you that bit of versatility in terms of Trout can either deputise at front row or second, depending on how the game's going. So it's a nice option, that, isn't it? It's a nice option when he's got all of those three in the squad. Of course, Rebecca Frey. Evening, Rebecca. She's looking forward to getting back to the LSV. She obviously liked it. Watch those smoke machines, Rebecca. Don't let them catch you out this time, kid. Greg, your thoughts on this epic game?
Really excited for this game as well. The Will Saints have a hangover after the Wigan game. You know, it affects a lot of teams coming up against Wigan, and they don't perform so well the week after. I don't think Saints are that sort of team that will let that loss affect them. Having said that, I think Lee will be too good, 9-17.
Well, Craig Forth, loving that one. That's a belter, that, Craig. I've got to give you your due for that one, mate. He says, every time I hear Bedrock, I think of the Flintstones.
Badrock.
I know, but he's gone Bedrock. Yeah, I can see what he's doing there. And
He's funny, but it's Badrock.
Don Kirby's gone in Yabba Dabba Doo. That's what we want to see. That's good banter. I love that. Adam Reeves has gone in the same. It's too late, Adam. You're not getting your name up, mate. You can't come late to the.
Word association.
Well,
Super chat that.
I've got to give Keith Lambert his due. In fact, I mean, Keith went all out. He went all out because I'm right in thinking Keith Lambert went Castleford against Wigan 1-9, which was clearly to get his name mentioned. So Keith didn't want to disappoint you. There you go, my mate. There you go. There's your shout out. You know it makes sense. Castleford 1-8 at the Brick. Behave. Unbelievable.
We all went 18 plus Wakefield, didn't we?
Different gravy, mate.
I'm just saying in defence of the Castleford Tigers contingent.
Different gravy. Anyway, Joel, what's your thoughts on the Leeds Saints game, mate?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with everything that Steph was saying about the game. Playing us, it's like having a game in hand almost, which I hate to say, but it is true. Unfortunately, Lee are leagues apart from us, so being a win at that as it is, I think this week it means that Lee have got to put out the strongest side they possibly can. I think having Tessie New out is such pivotal point for Lee, because he has been the most, in my opinion, incredible strike player you've seen from his position. He's just been quite incredible. I love watching Tessie New. You know, I'm a massive fan of him. So because of that, I am going to go Lee 1-8 because I think he has been such a massive instrument in the Lee armour. And I think to not have him in there, it does create a little hole, a little gap. And I think Saints have got enough in them to trouble Lee, and they've even got a possibility of beating them on the day. But Lee look a little bit too strong for me at the moment, so I'm going to go Lee 1-8.
Yes, Tessie New is an instrument. You could say he's an orchestra. He's honestly a talented lad. You know, call him woodwind, call him strings, call him whatever you want. All I know is a beast, absolute beast. I'm going to say in the chat, Morgan Knowles coming in could make is the difference. Scott Hardy says that means he's backing Saints. That's interesting if he is. That's an interesting one. Adam, mate, you're trying far too hard, Adam. Paul Boardman, Lee 18 plus in there. Nigel Wood, Lee 1-8. Phil Webster, Saints 1-8 or Lee 1-8. Not really in the spirit, that, Phil. You know, that's proper splinter time, that, mate.
Some splinters in his backside there, Phil.
Big time, isn't it? Nigel Bennett, Saints 1-8. Tessie's a big loss. Ben Macklin, Lee 9-17. Saints by 10. Scott has gone Saints. Saints by 10. Nicola Burton-Wood, she's going to miss Tessa. 1-8 to Lee. Deb Hasty, hello Debs. She's gone the same way. I've gone 1-8. And I'll tell you why I'm going 1-8. Not because I think it will be 1-8. But one, I need points. But two, from a St. Helens fan's perspective, it needs to be, if it's going to be a loss, it needs to be a close loss against Lee. Because otherwise, for me, I'd have grave concerns going into the playoffs in terms of just making numbers up. If we're being, I mean, Steph said it, they've got a 3-point cushion on Saints and they're playing Huddersfield last game. So on that perspective, you would expect Saints to be playing harder in this game. There's more riding on this for Saints than Lee in that respect, and you'd want to see that on the field. So I think we will see that on the field. I think, you know, the likes of Knowles coming back, they've got to make a decision on where Wellesby's starting this week, etc., etc. But I'm still going Lee 1-8, but I think Saints needs to have some sort of performance here to show that they're in the fight. Because if they don't, then I'm afraid I sort of agree with Ed V. They might just be making the numbers up, which is a bit of a shame.
Wasn't it the same situation last year?
Was.
With Leeds Saints.
Yeah.
We played them right at the very end again.
You needed it to get in.
Well, no, we finished 5th. We finished above them.
Was it riding on it? Was it? Who finished 5th?
Yeah. We beat them and finished 5th.
Were you outside the 7 going into that last game?
I don't know, because we had to go on that run of winning pretty much every game. We won 9 from 11, I think, the last season. But
I could be wrong, mate. I thought you had to win that game to get in the 6.
No, I don't think so.
Because if you'd have lost it, you could have been caught, I think. There was something riding on that game. That wasn't a freebie, that, mate.
I've had plenty of beers since then.
Yeah, there's definitely.
Someone in the chat will
somebody else on that, but I think there was a bit riding on that one last year.
I think there was. I think it's coincidental how it matters again in this game, so it's interesting.
It is interesting. Big game. Right, these ones shouldn't take too much time. Hull FC taking on the Wire. Both teams, for various reasons, not going to have first choice players on the field. Steph, over to you. Your thoughts on this? Yeah, Ellie agrees with me. She says, I think we had to win against Saints.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's great. I'm getting the flashbacks now.
Yeah,
I think they need to win.
See, Ellie knows. Ellie knows. I'm not arguing with your daughter, mate. She knows. Yeah, you're right, Dave. Nicola Burtonwood's in. There you go. See, it's there. It's there. It's in there somewhere.
Yeah, well, you're always right.
Not always.
Who are you asking me, mate?
You. Hull FC with Wire.
Now, this is tough now because of the FC bans. Is it FC?
Yeah.
Warrington wants.
Yeah.
You're going Wire 1-8. Wire 1-8. Joel, come to Greg last.
It's funny that because I was thinking the exact same thought. Wire 1-8 for the same reason.
Greg?
This was a difficult one to try and predict. Being a Wire fan, I obviously want them to win. But I saw a lot in that whole performance against hullkr. Yeah, a lot of it was barely legal. They've lost a couple of players. But I just see nothing in Warrington at this minute that's encouraging me to say that they're going to win, unfortunately. There seems to be an apathy about the club with everything they're doing at this moment in time, whether it's the women's team, whether it's the men's team. I'm going Hull 9-17.
That's a big win now. You really got out. That's a big win.
Well, Sam's been on the phone and asked me to take my boots just in case. That's how desperate we are.
Anyone would think Steph was married to Dave. Dave, you're always right.
It's true. Well, we pretty much are, to be fair.
You know, yeah. You know. When he starts calling me Vicky, then I'll start worrying. At the
That was your
Oh,
Sunday
I
night.
don't have to worry about that. I'm going wire 9 to 17. For the pure reason I need 5 points, and everybody's going wire 1 to 8, which is where I was going to go. So I'm going wire 9 to 17. Just to, if you're going to go down, you may as well go down. Is all I would say. So I'm going to go there. But yeah, Ben Macklin agrees with me 9 to 17. So that gives you some confidence. Craig Stanley wire 1 to 8, golden point. Won't be exciting now, will it? But yeah, there you go.
We'll be begging for mercy by the end of that.
Hey, Steakhead's with us again. He's gone all 1 to 8, which is interesting. Adam Reeves, FC 1 to 8. He's gone there. Steve Rudge, wire 1 to 8. Well on Steve. Steve. No, it makes sense. How happy with Steve? Did you agree with Lino getting the Player of the Year, mate? There's one for you. There you go. They are. And Ellie says her mum's always right as well. So
the consistent thing is that I'm always wrong.
yeah, well, it would appear that way. It would definitely appear that way. Right, okay. Let's get to Trinity KR. This should be a good game. You know, Trinity again, like Saints. Trinity's got to show something. I mean, that was a poor. You know. And even Cass fans would say the same. Great win for Cass, great win for Cass. But Trinity, their attitude was wrong in that game. They've got to show a better attitude against KR. So they've got to bounce back to a degree. Greg, what are you thinking? KR against Trin?
Oh, KR are going to. I'm going 9 to 17 to KR because I agree Wakefield have got to bounce back, but KR have got. A little bit too much for them, even so. I don't think they'll blow them away. I think it was a tough game. They'll be carrying some sore bodies from last week. But I'm going KR 9 to 17.
Fair enough. Steph?
It's an interesting one, isn't it, this game?
Isn't it?
Because KR pretty much won the Shield anyway, and they're going to beat Wire at home to win it anyway. Looks a shot, Reggie. But Wake, you need to win this to, cement their top 6 place. So they've got a bit more to play for me. And I think they've had the Player of the Year awards. They've had that shocker at Castleford. They love Matt Ellis with his arm out after the game. I'm going Wakefield 1 to 8.
Oh, that's a big one. That's a biggie. That's a biggie. So you're going Trin 1 to 8?
Yeah.
Wow. Loving
Give me that trophy now.
Yeah. Members have gone KR 917. Joel, what say you?
Well, since Steph's gone that way, it's hard to go against him this year, isn't it? Flipping out, that's a shout. I'm going to stick with what I thought because Wakey won't allow themselves to play that badly again. They can't. Though KR need to be winning the last 2. So I'm going to go for KR 1 to 8. But that's because Wakey have come back firing.
I'm going KR 18 plus just because I need the points. And again, if you're going to go down, you may as well go down firing. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to go out there and go 18 plus to KR. And
I'm getting pelters off. I'm getting pelters off Simo.
I know Simo's
who's top of the prediction league?
I know.
It's keeping him off my back, mate. So I don't care.
And then the final game of the round, Huddersfield against Salford. Let's keep this one brief. Not showing any disrespect, but come on, it's a nothing game. Steph?
Right, Huddersfield 9 to 17.
Thank you. Reg?
Giants 9 to 17.
Reg's gone 9 to 17. Joel?
Ben Macklin said earlier he was going to listen to what I say. So I hope he's going to agree with me on this one. Salford 1 to 8.
Wow, mate. Wow.
Watch this space.
Oh, mate, imagine that. Oh, I mean, talk about giving you a wobble next week. It'll be an Huddersfield takeover if it's a win for Salford at Huddersfield this weekend.
Let me tell you, they're not winning for the rest of the season.
Joel, got a strong vim to that, mate.
Right. Do you know what?
Similar tactic that going for when I win all season, then they beat Wakefield.
Right, Nicola's gone Giants 9 to 17. Rebecca's gone the same. Phil's gone Salford 1 to 8. Gary Bowe's gone 1 to 8. Mark Smith's gone 1-8, but to the Giants. Nigel Bennett 9-17 to the Giants. I'm going all out 18 plus to Huddersfield Giants. Come on, the Giants. Come on. I'm going big. We're going to go down fighting. That's what I say. I've got to do something out there. At the moment, I'm a million miles away. I want to get on the best I could hope for is a podium finish. So you've got to go big or go home. So I'm going big. I mean,
Ben, that's shocking. Ben, come on. Didn't agree with me at all. Come on.
Did he not? Shocking. Coffee for Joel, says Simo. Open another bottle, Joel.
I'll be here all night if you do.
Happy days. Right, okay. So, we're doing really well on time, which is absolutely fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Right, okay. So it's now time to go back to the team of the month. If you were with us earlier on, we did announce the Super League Raw team of the month, and this was it. So, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, we always go 1 to 13. If they're not in the 1 to 13, they cannot win the Player of the Month. The bench doesn't count for Player of the Month because they didn't start in the game. So your picks, there they are: Lockie Miller, Lewis Martin, Tessie New, Harry Newman, Liam Marshall, Jake Connor, Lachlan Lamb, Alex Walmsley, Jez Litton, Matty Lees, Morgan Gannon, the England international in waiting, James Bentley, and Morgan Knowles. They're the options. So in the chat, get in there. Who do you think? Craig Forstraight in saying Jez Litton. Greg, who would be your Player of the Month in August?
I'll tell you what, I've waxed lyrical about Lachlan Miller and about Jake Connor. Jez Litton has been superb. Morgan Knowles has been superb. That's why they're in the team of the month.
Now, remember, just a caveat here. Do remember that last weekend's game doesn't count. That's it.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I'm going Liam Marshall.
You're going Liam Marshall. Okie dokie. All right, fair enough. Steph?
It's the easiest one that I've done this year, and I'll be amazed if you've not predicted it, Dave. Lockie Miller.
You're going Lockie Miller. Okay, interesting. All right. And Joel?
Out of 3 players, Morgan Knowles, Tessie New, Jez Litton and Lockie Miller. But for me, the first name that came out before even you put any of the names up here, I'll go Lockie Miller.
There you go. So we've got Craig Stanley gone Miller, Deb Hastie's gone Miller, Nicola Pertonwood's gone Tessie. Oh, good effort. Happy days. Keith Lambert, Lockie Miller, Jez Litton.
He's put on a show, to be fair.
He always puts on a show. Always puts on a show. Tessa, no doubt about that at all. Quite a few people doing the QR code. Come and join the greatest community Rugby League. Come and join it. Hey, unbelievable stuff. The amount of fun we've got coming up. We've got meetups for the first Ashes test in Manchester together. Of course, we've got 2 buses pretty much full now going to the grand final, but you can meet us for a beer at the grand final. We'll come back to the Bluebell after the grand final if you want. Got a band on. So that'd be nice to have your company there. We're going on a bus to the Ashes together. There's a university challenge quiz coming over the winter to keep everybody happy and entertained with prizes on the line. So that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So Super League Raw goes right the way through, kids. Goes right the way through. You want to come and be a part of this. But without further ado, what I will tell you, the winner is wearing a Leeds Rhino shirt. But who is it? Here we go.
Wow.
Wow, indeed, Mr. Scholes. Wow, indeed. Jakey boy, Jake Connor. It was a toss-up between him and Miller. Jake's first Player of the Month award this season. He's been exceptional, lads. He's been exceptional. I get you put it, but again, Miller gets space because of what Connor does. You know, he gets space because of what Connor does. Connor's kicking game has been exceptional. 3 tries, 6 assists. Absolutely outstanding. And you know what? Every bone in my fabric, up until this season, you know, I think Jake's been a bit of a joke, really, in terms of the talent he's had and what he's produced on the field. But fair play to the kid this year. He has been absolutely. I just hope that injury doesn't keep him out of the playoffs, because he deserves to go into the playoffs and play. He really, really does. He's been that good. It'd be heartbreaking to see Jake Connor not play in the playoff series.
I agree.
Phil Webster wanted Jez Litton. Phil, get your tinted glasses off, mate. Dear God, wow. Honestly, everything's KR. God, dear me. Come on, this is a show that encompasses every player in the league, every team in the league in equal measure. Equal measure. You know, that's what it is.
It's been good. He has been good, Litton.
Lord, hey, Jez has been class. He's Dream Team 9.
Yeah,
this is what makes me laugh. No, this is what makes me laugh. We're seeing this creep in a little bit. Nobody's praised KR more than this show, but every time we go away from him, we're getting pelters. We're getting pelters. What's going on?
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Yes, I would say you're right. With Miller and Connor, that was the top. I would have given it to Miller. Jez Litton, we've already said, is the Dream Team 9, best 9 in the comp by a mile. But those two players were better than Jez Litton this month.
Yeah, absolutely. But Jez is outstanding.
The good thing about Connor as well is, for any Leeds fans that are watching, is that he's very good at coming back from injuries. He recovers a lot faster than what is predicted for him. So hopefully it's not too bad and he can be back for your playoffs, because with him there, you've got every chance of being in the grand final.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Well, great stuff. Like I say, brilliant performances from Connor. For me, completely deserving to be in the squad. We stand by that. That's been a great show. I don't know how we managed to get that into 2 hours, but we do. We've still got a few minutes left as well. So just a reminder, of course, fantastic. We've had 8 people that have done the QR code tonight. Outstanding. Trust me, you'd love it. Go and have a look at the memberships. Honestly, what a community we've got. Incredible. The meetups that we're going to have between now and the start of the new season. That launch as well at the Bluebell is one not to be missed for young Alfie. That's going to be a lovely evening. Good to have Matty Timms there as well, who's done so much to raise money for that family, which will be absolutely fantastic. Don't forget, of course, that you can still get yourself to the Ashes Game 2. We do have a competition for that. All details on our website. Make sure it's in your diary. Quiz night at the Bluebell, 24th of September. If you live in and around Warrington, 7 p.m. start. The only rugby league quiz in the Northwest, but we also have a concurrent general knowledge quiz at the same time. So the other half, if they're not rugby league fans, can still enjoy a night of quizzing with us. The Kevin Sinfield QR code, just to remind you what that is, Sinfield25. Promo code Sinfield25. Get 25% off the Wigan date on the 16th, courtesy of our friends at the Bluebell, Sinfield 25. And don't forget, phone in this Friday, 10:15. It'd be lovely to see more new faces joining us for the phone-in. Right, I'm going to end this evening's show on a personal note. Tomorrow is Suicide Prevention Day in the UK, something that is very, very close to my heart for obvious reasons, for those who know me. It shouldn't be a day. I get why we do these days, but unfortunately, it's a flavour of the month day that you could choose to forget, or you could choose to actually make it resonate with you. One of the most proudest things that I have done, and we have done as the Super League Raw family, both the lads on the screen and the wider community, I know how much this show has meant to a lot of people, where their mental health and well-being has been, to give them something to look forward to give them a new family, a new community that gives them laughs every single day on WhatsApp and through the community they built when they meet up, just great occasions and friendships and stuff. And believe me, all the members would tell you that when you become a part of this, you don't want to turn your back on it, because it is a family within Rugby League. Everything that Rugby League stands for, Super League Raw stands for. And in terms of mental health and well-being, what this group has done for so many people and will continue to do for so many people is very, very important. So don't let tomorrow be just another day. Yeah, your workplaces will probably send you, do a couple of things and then treat you like, you know what, the next day. It's a load of nonsense. We all know it's a load of nonsense. Okay, look after yourselves. We as a community look after each other. The only way we're going to prevent suicides in the UK is by human connection. What we do with each other. It's the hidden killer. Nobody saw mine coming. Nobody. My best mate up there, my family, my friends, none of them saw it coming. The only thing that we can do is check in on each other. to make sure we care enough to notice subtle changes in each other and ask the right questions. If anybody ever wants to speak to me about it, if anybody wants to reach out to me about it, you're more than welcome to. If you're not a member, then my telephone number is on the website, superleagueraw.com. You can call me anytime, day or night. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very, very important that we all look after each other. That's where the key element is. Make sure that you care enough to see, to listen to what people are saying, what you feel when you're around them, and really, really connect with each other. What I will say is this, and I know a lot of you are watching this on your phones tonight, and it's been a good 2 hours, and if you become a part of the community, it'll be even better for your mental health and well-being. I know that for sure. But always make time for each other. If you look at how much screen time you have every single day, you could go to the pub, you could go out with your mates, you hide behind the phone, and unfortunately, the mobile phone has killed connection. It's killed true human connection, and that adds its weight to people isolating and going through some dark times. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, 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 tomorrow, if nothing else, if your workplace are not doing anything for it, go and learn for yourself. Go and learn for yourself. Take some time out for yourself, and always remember the value that you bring to this world and the people around you. Never forget that. Ever forget that. Have a great suicide prevention day. Make sure you live it every day of the week, every day of the year. And on behalf of all us lot, we'll do all this again to bring a bit of joy into your life next week. Bye for now.
Yeah.
Here are your top performers after 25 rounds of the Betfred Super League. The top try scorers joint on 22 are Lewis Martin of Hull FC and Jay Field of the Wigan Warriors. The most try assists have still come from Lachlan Lamb of the Lee Leopards, he's now on 39. Whilst the most metres made are still made from Lachlan Miller of the Leeds Rhinos, 3,948. The most clean breaks in Super League have come from Joe Burgess of hullkr, he's on 28. Whilst the top tackler is still Jared O'Connor of the Leeds Rhinos, 956. The most tackle busts have come from Lachlan Miller of the Leeds Rhinos, 175. Whilst the most hard meters made down the middle are still by Alex Wormsley, 3,097 for the Saints. The most offloads have come from Tane Milne of Huddersfield Giants on 46. Whilst the most goals have now come from Jake Connor of the Leeds Rhinos, he's on 73. These are your top performers after 25 rounds.